Hey YouTube, I wanted to make a video in my personal experience with empathy and bipolar disorder. Now, um for me it's a very interesting topic because um I feel like it's one of those things that you don't really notice when you compare yourself to how you felt in other mood states. It's like it's almost like you forget about how you were like in a way. Um for instance, you know, I think I've been kind of like mildly depressed for quite some time. Uh, and I didn't really realize that. I thought that was my baseline. But you know, so it feels like that's my baseline state, even though it's not. And because of that, I associated myself with you know, with my symptoms of that time, the symptoms that depression entail. Now, with this regards to empathy, I've got really self-conscious about uh this feeling that I didn't really care about people genuinely. Um, in the past, I think I like to think that I was described as a caring person, but it felt as if my motivations to asking people how they're doing and helping people out didn't really seem to be like a genuine, oh, I hope this person gets better, at least as not as much as I would hope it would. It felt more like, you know, I like it was self-centered as of like I gotta help them out, because it's the right thing for me to do, rather than, oh, I hope, for looking at it from their shoes and their perspective. Now, the reason I bring up bipolar disorder in general, though, is because, with baseline, everyone's different with baseline. Everyone like has a different threshold of compassion. But I feel with mania, I would cry for the world basically. I felt like I felt like some kind of advocate for a lot of things. Uh, I just I wanted the world to be a better place genuinely, and I like losing sleep. Well, I didn't even sleep at all, but you know, I cared a lot about you know about about people. I would text people, people I haven't talked to in a long time, and be like, how's it going? We got to hang out sometime. Just trying to reestablish connections and just learn the stories of everyone because I had the time for that. I felt like I had the time to learn all the stories of everyone and to hear how they're doing. Whereas when I'm depressed, I really don't give a fuck at all, um, except if it's in my benefit, like, oh yeah, we can hang out so I don't feel lonely. So I don't know. Please share your experiences with this because I don't. Maybe I'm just a sociopath and I just don't know it. I really hope not, but who knows? So um, So yeah, that's kind of unfortunately where I'm at right now. I just don't know how genuine my empathy is for people. Like it just feels like I want people to be happy. Like I still want that. I still want people to be happy, but more so like I don't know. I guess for my benefit, like it's good for people to be happy, so there's no confrontation for me, no arguments, no fighting. Um, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't feel like you know I go to you know like I would think about it at night. Oh man, I hope so and so gets over their problems. I didn't really think about that. I was thinking about how am I going to get a good night's sleep and how am I going to deal with my objectives. Now I think part of that though with depression is that I heard this analogy at program was that like when you're dealing with something you know, you're kind of preoccupied with all the trouble you're dealing with that you can't even shift the weight, onto other people. Well, not shift the weight. How do I say it? Like you're dealing so much that you can't really invest energy into other people because of how much you're dealing with. So because the analogy was like, the airplane, when the masks come down, you had to put on your mask before you put on everyone else's. So hopefully it's just that. Hopefully I'm not a sociopath. Uh, and that's kind of what I'm really. It's been hard, because it does make me feel like I'm less of a human being. Morally, I feel like I'm uh a piece of shit. But it could also just be the scrupulosity of the OCD. So I don't really know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I actually, you know, maybe I'm exaggerating how much I think I don't care. Uh, I'd still think there's something there. Like it's definitely not. Still think it's a common phenomena with not caring as much about other people when you're depressed. It just maybe I'm like overblowing it to like another level, and making it seem like it's much worse than it actually is for in my experience. But regardless, I just wanted to talk about it. Want to hear your thoughts, guys. Please share in the comments. And I know there's some video ideas in the comments. It just I've been dealing with a lot lately, but I promise I'll get to all the ideas in the comments eventually. So thank you so much.